Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tara Arnold, and tonight I'm going to be channeling Ascended Master St Germain, and he's answering a viewer's question. So the question is, what are the stages of spiritual awakening or the enlightenment? So what are the stages of enlightenment? And I'm going to get started, but before I begin, I want to say if there's anything else you'd like to hear for a channeled message from St Germain on the YouTube channel, I'd love to hear it in the comment section below. We'd like to hear your ideas and your thoughts on these videos, so go ahead and put any comments that you would like. And also, we appreciate all your views and your subscriptions, and thanks for watching. Have a great night. Oh yes, welcome. I am St. Germain. We welcome you all. We are excited for your journey. What a great question. One would say, what are the stages to enlightenment? St. Germain, how can I get there? We would say one is searching Buddha at this time. He is present here today. One is searching their spiritual path. They are connecting with the energy of Buddha, and we would say that it is he who is answering this question today. In order to perceive your reality in a third dimension perspective, you are asking the question, what are the stages of enlightenment? And we would say that this is setting a goal for oneself. What are these stages? How could I reach them? If I knew the stages, I could set it up and be ready for the next stage, and this would be a great journey because I would understand what is coming. And we would say that takes you away from the now moment. This would be that you are setting a goal. What are my stages? If there are levels or there are stages, would this not be part of the egoic consciousness of a past, present, and a future? We would say yes, it would be that you are projecting a thought into the future to set a goal, and this would be taking you away from the now moment. This would be similar to a hamster on a hamster wheel. I need to reach a goal, and I will jump on the hamster wheel and I will run towards that goal, but there would never be an end. You see, there are many people on their path to spiritual enlightenment, and they are following sets of rules, and they're following instructions, and they are wanting an instruction book to tell them which goal is next or which stage is next. And we would say this is taking you away from your awakening. This is taking you away from going in instead of being out. We would say that it is being in the now moment and being present would get you to consciously awaken quicker, or we would not use the terminology in speed, but we would say that it would be if one was to be in the now moment on their enlightenment journey or their spiritual awakening, they would accelerate their unfolding into this now moment. They would accelerate their expansion of consciousness. We would say that if one is searching for stages or looking for the next stage, they are actually extending their process of their ascension or their enlightenment or their awakening process. We would say that we would call this a process, as it is an unfolding. If you are out of the now moment, it will it would be as the hamster on the hamster wheel. It would be running in circles. This is how many of you would go about your day. You would have a spiritual calling, and you would buy books and read the books on what to do next. And we would say this would take you on a longer path. This would take you on more of an egoic journey to find your spiritual awakening. And we would say that if one is to stay in the now moment and not attach themselves to different stages or different levels that they would have to reach, if they were not searching for a goal or reaching out to feed the egoic consciousness into to a success or a celebration that they have accomplished something, then they would accelerate their expansion of consciousness. They would be present in the now moment and unfold from there. Their perception of the stages would not be as intense. One would say, if one read in a book that there is a stage in the awakening that would be a certain way, one would focus in on that, and it would create more of a, we would say, intense or loud experience, because you were focused on something that is outside of you. You were focused on a goal. You were focused on reaching a set intention, or a set stage, or a set, one moment please, a set outcome. You are seeking an outcome for these stages, and this is actually preventing you from moving forward in your acceleration to conscious expansion. You are already knowing what the end result is. We must remind you you were all fully awake. It is a remembering, and if you are in the now moment, then this will accelerate that experience and unfold more into the now, and you would see more of your truth. There are many of you who wish to take a slower path on your enlightenment acceleration process, simply due to enjoy the experience of the ascension or enlightenment journey in linear time, one would say. But St Germain, I would like to speed up. I would like to follow Buddha's way and speed up the process, and we would say that it is following a certain way is actually preventing you from unfolding into the now moment. We would recommend that you stay in the now moment and accelerate from there. How could I view everything in my perception in this fifth dimension reality? How could I be present in this now moment? This would get you to where you were seeking much faster. And we would say that we would not use the terminology as a speeding up, as the time is not existing except for in your perception from a third dimension reality. Time is now, and there is only this now moment. Our channel has grabbed the words faster and quicker, but we would say that it is being present in the now moment as this is all there is. This now moment is all there ever is. This was what we would say to focus on. And as you have your experience in the now moment, you will see different stages or different growths or unfoldings of your consciousness unfolding into the now moment. You will have more awareness. Is this enlightenment process simply an awareness to what you already know? And we would say yes, it is simply a remembering. Could I be in the now moment and remember who I am as consciousness? We would say to not take things personally. There will be bumps in the road as you go on your journey, as one would slip back into their egoic consciousness. They will go back asleep at times. Do not criticize yourself for this. Do not get frustrated. This is simply an experience on planet Earth. You are having an experience of the polarities, and you are having an experience of awakening while being in a game of polarity. This would be that several times a day you might find you are coming out of the now moment and you are criticizing yourself, and yet this again impedes your spiritual growth or your enlightenment process. As you begin to criticize, you are falling back into the egoic belief system. We would say that as you stand in the now moment and you unfold from there, you will see the stages in your own way. This would be that when one asks what are the stages, there are no set stages. Everyone will experience it differently based on their belief system. They will experience the stages of awakening based on their belief system and based on their upbringing and based on their past lifetime experiences and based on what they wish to accomplish as a spiritual being in this lifetime. We would say that instead focus on the now moment and how you would like to unfold in this now moment. What is your perception? Can I see everything in the eyes of love? And if I'm seeing everything in the eyes of love, there will be less suffering. And we would say when there is less suffering, then it means that you are more in the now and you are less in the ego. This is a great stage to be in. This is the only stage. We would say that it would be in your perception that there are many stages and many levels to climb to get to a spiritual enlightenment, but your essence is of enlightenment. Your essence is consciousness. There is nothing to get to. There is no race to the end. You already are what you seek. You see, how could there be a stage to get there if I already am that? Aha, is this not a beautiful message? Is this not a beautiful clue that there is nothing to race to? There is no end to get to. You may have different experiences as you unfold into the now moment and expand your consciousness, and one might want to attach an idea to that of a different stage or a different process, and we would say that it is only a perception. You are perceiving that there are stages because you are reading your books and you are reading that there are different stages. But what if you did not know this? What would you be asking the question, or would you simply be in the now moment unfolding more of that? And we would say that it is that it would make the process easier for you if you let go of certain stages, because then you would not hit all of them. And when you are perceiving that there are different stages in your spiritual awakening and you are reading it in a book, your ego will make you accomplish all those stages. It will tell you that you need to get to the next one and experience that, and so that's what you will unfold in your reality, because you are creating your manifestation from an ego perspective. You are creating your reality from the point of the ego, and the ego is telling you you must accomplish these goals and you must reach these stages. You must set a goal for yourself and you must project that into the future, and this is what we need to do next, and this would keep you in all the stages. But today we would say that our advice would be to let go of all the stages and see what happens next. If you had nothing to attach to, no ideas of what the stages would be, would you have an easier acceleration? Would you have less suffering and less struggle? And we would say yes, because you would be out of the egoic consciousness and you would be enjoying the now moment. You would be present in the now moment and not so focused on fulfilling a certain level or a certain goal. And this would keep you, we would say, in a much happier place in your heart and less struggle in your head. This is an exciting journey, and we are excited for your journey. Let go of the books you have read and go in. We would say that many of the books you have read, they have written them from their head and not written them from their heart. You're already all-knowing, and if you go into your heart, you will find out what your best process is by being in the now moment. This will accelerate your enlightenment. This will accelerate your stages. This would be you letting go of the egoic consciousness idea of setting a goal for the future, as the future doesn't exist. This is everything is happening in this now moment, and everything is happening in this present moment. There is nothing else that exists in your reality unless you perceive it to be so. There are no stages. Okay, well, that was interesting, and I want to say thanks for watching. And when I first started channeling, Buddha came in as well. So the person asking it either works with Buddha or is following Buddha teachings. And so he was coming in and he's saying that he's going to be present with you as you go through your awakening process. He's working with you. So have fun with that and enjoy his energy. He's got quite a fun personality. So have a great night. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.